Alright, how's it going, guys? Just wanted to give you a little bit of a update on what's going on around here. So, first off, why in the hell is that running? That has not been a thing this whole time. Oh, I know what the problem is. Okay, we need to fix that. I did not think of that when I set this up. Okay, that's going to be a problem. Well, for right now, what we're going to do is we're going to cut this so it doesn't have any more input. It'll waste a little bit of fuel that's in it, but that'll be it. And this is actually a really good problem to have. Partly. This wasn't what I was planning on doing in this video, but, well, it's what we're doing now. So I need a automatic machine switch, and we're going to stick that on there for the moment. Because the issue is we're out of sulfuric dioxide. Alright, get on there for right now and shut the hell off. Alright, so now I actually wonder if this will work. Because there's a redstone machine switch on the back that should lock it from working. I'm wondering if the automatic will actually keep it, because that's what it's looking like it's doing. But I need to get an actual signal going in to see if it blocks it from starting. But basically, we are just going through hematite like it's nobody's business and using up all of our sulfur dioxide, which is absolutely great. And I had actually had to do a little bit of maintenance with it. I did get this set up, so we're not that low on sulfuric acid right now, but it's going to continually go down if we don't get more sulfur dioxide in. But I did have to do a little bit of maintenance because of how much sulfur dioxide, or how much sulfuric acid we had. I actually had to put a couple drums in to collect some so that thing could actually run. But once I got those taken care of, that little extra buffer taken care of, and we got below that 15, we're fine. So I think that means we're actually going to, well, one, I can upgrade this to a dense invar, which will give us twice as much. It'll run twice as fast. Also, for the roaster, even though it's a heat machine, it doesn't have the not overclocking it thing, which is sad. So it's not like the dryer. It will overclock the recipe if we go to an invar. But we do also have this over here, which can run on air and sulfur blocks. I have to set it back up because I don't have the air in it anymore. We stole the air for the sulfur dioxide. So I'd have to get another one of those, but I may look into setting this up with a igniter, change it over to gas, automate our sulfur blocks into here, hook the air back up, and if we get basically set up a sensor on this tank, that if it gets below a certain level, then it'll kick that on to give us extra sulfur dioxide, because this gives us a ton of sulfur dioxide compared to this, and this runs so much faster. We're doing an entire block, and see, now it's out of air, so we can just turn that off. And honestly, I could run oxygen to it, because we have so much oxygen that a lot of things aren't able to run. We were only using air basically because we had to. And it doesn't affect it to run oxygen versus air. Let's see here. Our oxygen is completely full, so we could do that as well, but I'm thinking that I may put a valve on similar to what we have back here for the water. Put one of these pressure valves on there, except because it's a gas, it would just leak it to the environment, and we wouldn't have to actually have the void thing. But this is how much we have been running that hematite. We've actually backed up the electrolyzer, cannot go through all that we have. It's backed up into the smelter, which is a good thing to have. I'm not complaining. And we're actually running the iron that I got from the redstone vein a while back right now in the crusher. So that's giving us more hematite that it's going to be running as well. I'm hoping that going through all of this is going to eventually make it to where we can get through all of these roastable things that we've been collecting, because shortly I want to start running our tetra we have up here, and the tetra is going to take roasting as well. And I don't want to run that until we get through the stockpile of stuff we have downstairs, which is a pretty significant stockpile of stuff. We've got 4,000 galena to go through. We have 150 pyrite, almost 4,000 sphalerite, and then we have a little bit of chalcopyrite and a little bit of kesterite to run through. And we still have kesterite, stanite that we haven't processed yet, because that's going to run through a different process. Yeah, there's all our stanite. This rutile needs to come out of there. There's our kesterite. This needs to go in here and get processed so we can make more titanium. And that is full again, which means this is full. So this just needs to get its butt moving on all that salt. Okay. So what I'm actually planning on doing today is I have been messing around with the wiring under here. I redid this here so that we're coming in through the bottom here. And I'm going to change this one over now to run on HV instead of running the MV over, because we have a LV to MV transformer right there. So I'm going to pop this out of here, which was only kind of there for the moment anyways. And let's see, can I get this to, there we go. And I made up some blue alloy, and we can run this down and here. Yeah, we can run this right here. And now that can run straight off of the HV instead of taking the loss from it running off of the MV. And then the other thing is I want to get this hooked up, which is our igniter. And I need to take a look at how exactly we did this. I want to get this solar panel out of here. I do need a couple transformers for that. I only have a MV to HV at the moment. So we got to take a look at this and see what exactly I have going on. I don't have any more there. Okay. So I have to go make the transformers. But I'm kind of confused on what I was doing with this redstone wire, because that's supposed to be going to the piston, but it's not going to the piston. Because even if I had this block here, that wouldn't activate that. And you guys might be able to tell me what the hell I was doing, but I have no idea what I was doing. So we're just going to change this around. And we're going to hook it up to the main power instead of the solar panel for now. And go from there so this thing can turn on whether we have sunlight or not. We don't have a battery box in here. And that'll give us a solar panel that we can use somewhere else. We actually have the power ran over here, so there's no reason not to hook it up. And then I can also change this one over to run on power instead of fuel. I'm still going to need the fuel for the mixer and this mixer. So I'll still need it in here. Oh, and for fueling this. But I can get that done. Also, we're having issues with our CO2 not running fast enough. Again, here's that issue with the oxygen. We have just way too damn much of it. So I'm going to redo this. I have 3 more electrolyzers. I'm basically just going to put them around a transformer so we can run 4 of them at a time. The reason why it's an issue is because, well, one, if the CO2 gets backed up, we can't run a lot of our machines that run off of fuel. Basically, this machine here was unable to work for quite a while because we were full on CO2. And it's finally starting to get where it can run again, but that can also cause issues with it starting and stopping if it gets too full. So I want to get that taken care of. So give me a minute. I'm going to look at making the transformers that we need, and we're going to get this transformed over. I'm also thinking about doing something for this soon, but I'll show you what I end up doing with it. The idea is I don't like it sitting there clicking all the time. So I'm thinking about setting it up above a little bit higher to give it a pulse when it needs it. So basically just setting up some pulse generators for it. But let me count up how many transformers and what ones I'm going to need, and I'll be right back. Alright, so there is a ULV to LV. There is 2 LV to MV. And 1 MV to HV. I love how these transformers are made. They take all the same stuff, you just gotta shove in the right casing. It's kind of weird compared to GT5, but way easier to make them, which means I need to get more double iron plates made up because I am starting to run out with all these transformers I make. Alright, so let's go see what we can do to figure out what in the hell I did over here. And I should have grabbed some more HV cables. Do I have a... No. Because I wasn't that smart to put on my backpack. I need to set up... I have 3 different backpacks. And I need to set each one of them up with certain essential tools. Because this is the only one that has a crowbar in it. Although I do need the crowbar sometimes with my electrical stuff, and sometimes I need it with my pipe stuff. So I need to put a crowbar in each one of them. Or I just need to start keeping crowbars on me personally, but well, y'all know how bad my inventory is. The idea of keeping more tools on me is just kind of terrible idea. Although I have IC2. They have a toolbox. This is something I've been yeah, I could make one of these. I just need bronze item cases. We might do that and see if it actually works. It's something I've been wishing Greg would actually allow. I thought it would always be a neat thing, since we always have so many different hand tools that we need for crafting, if he would make the crafting his workbench allow placing a toolbox beside it, and then that would like open up a extra GUI area that would read those tools so we could use them. But then when we need to go do something, we could carry the toolbox with us and have the tools. I think that is an awesome fucking idea. But, well, hasn't happened. Alright, let's take out that. So we're not going to need it. We're going to take out that. And go ahead and wrench this out of here. Now, it should have a few more bits and bobs on it. Yep, there we go. So give me that, and that should be it. That should now be cleaned off. And we need to set up the ULV transformer right here, going that way. And then the LV transformer needs to go right below that. And we're actually going to have the cable coming in right here. So that'll be perfect. We put the MV right there. Have it go that way. And the cable will come right up underneath it. Alright, that'll take care of that part. Now we just need to set up the on and off, which means that since this is going to be hooked up, I'm going to have to do a pulse generator thing. That way it will turn it off. So we have our possible here. So we can run that out from there. And we want that to go into here to tell it to ignite. But we don't want it to do it all the time. Because we only want it to do it when it's possible to run, but not already ignited. I'm wondering if there's another way we could do this. Because don't we have a... energy session? Where's the other activity? That's what I want. Activity detector. Success, processing, running. That's the one right there. It needs 2 repeaters. Because if I put that on here... yeah, I'm going to try this. Let me get this made. I'll be right back. Alright, let's see what we can do to figure this out here. So, if I take this and I put it on here, and we get our test light, and we put that there, and we turn this on, it turns on. And then if we plop that down, it turns off. Beautiful. That's exactly what I'm wanting. So now we just need to connect this one and this one together. Okay. And how do I want to do that? I think it'd be best to do this down below. I think. If I didn't have this pipe here, it wouldn't be quite as bad. We could run the igniter on the other side. Yeah, let's see about doing that. Let me take that off for now. And if we put the igniter... get rid of that for the moment. If we put the igniter there, we can have the redstone come in from the back. And then we can do the running sensor here. So we'll put that on there. And we open both of these up for the moment. We do that. That one should be giving us a redstone signal because it needs to run. And this one should not because it's not running. So now we need to get both of those signals going into a block. Let's get rid of this one for the moment. And we're going to put this right here. And we're going to connect this one up to that block. And we're going to connect this one up to that block. Okay. So what is it we actually need this to tell us? We need to know that the machine is ready to work and that the machine is not already running. So therefore we want this to be this way. We want that inverted. So right now we should have a signal coming out of that block because we have this one on, we have that one on. Okay. Now, I think we need to invert this signal, which means we're going to have to invert both of these. Because I do believe what we need is, yeah. Yeah. I think that's what we need. So if we do this, I think. If we do that, it's going to turn it off. If we do that, it's going to turn it off. And that's going to give us no light right now, which is when we actually need a light. So if we do this one more time, that'll give us a light. And then at any point that we get a light through here, turn that on, that's going to instantly turn that off. It runs, they both turn off. It's still off because there's nothing that can run, so it's not possible. So we have that one turned on, but that one turned off, so that's still keeping that light off, which is exactly what we want. And then when something else comes in here, which will be as soon as this gets done running, then that should turn that torch back on. Yeah, I think that'll work perfectly. Yeah, there you go. Lights on. That'll send a signal over here to ignite that. That is absolutely beautiful. All right, so now what we're going to do is we're going to put a redstone accept cover here. We're going to put a redstone emit cover there. I'm going to fall down the damn hole because I still haven't fixed it. I need to fix that hole. In my backpack, give me some more accept and emits. So then we need a accept cover here with a emit cover there. And we'll pull this out. And we'll put the switch back on the top of it. And then we can put that right back there. Turn it that direction. And then what we're going to do is we're going to take that torch off. And we're going to run this up over the top of that. And into here. So we'll go like this and like that, and that'll keep us from having to use one of those blue power things, pulse generators. Yeah, I like it. Alright, so now I just need to get this that I did all this work for. And we need to move it over here. Alright, so let's get this. We need the ULV. We need the LV. And we need the MV. We need them all turned to the down. And we need to connect this up like so. Break these. And I think I forgot one thing. And yes, I did. And that is, I need that there. So it ignited. It ignited once. Now it's off. Now it should not ignite again until it is told to. Now the other thing we need to do is we need to hook up that piston. And that should be as simple as hooking this up down through there. And that's going in through that block. So we're going to take that one out. And then we're going to hook this one up to that block. That should do it. I just heard it go. Except it's opposite right now. We need to set this up with a... Really? Oops. Yeah, we need to fix that. Alright, we need another redstone torch. And then we need to put this right there. It's not where I told you to go. Grr. Yes, I'm wasting a little fuel right now, but it'll be fine. Where did my torch go? It's on top of the damn piston. I just didn't see it. Go there. And now that goes there. Perfect. I want to see it run one more time. Look at that. That is absolutely gorgeous. Now, the only thing that I might want to do with this, because I do believe we need a certain amount of molten sodium in there, is I may set it up to not run, because this is going to cause that same issue where we're having block updates all the time. Is I may set up a thing in here with a hopper. Let's look at our recipe here. So our molten sodium, we need 10 of that, and we need 5 of that. So if we take a hopper, which I don't have, let me go get a hopper. Hoppers work great for limiters. All right, so if we take this out and we put that in right there, and then we tell this five. Now that should not turn on unless it will not send that over here unless we have 5. Now, obviously, we have 3 in there right now, so we're going to have to put 2 of them in there just to get the system set back to 0. So as soon as this one gets done running, there we go. That'll give us our second one. We'll throw that in. We'll let that run. And then that will come over here and run this process. Beautiful. And then it shouldn't run again until we get 5 in here. All right, so that is automating our Tantalum just a little bit better. I like it. So now we can start running through all of this Tantalum pentoxide that we've been having built up over here. I do need to go get some more. And hey, look, we're finally full on chlorine, which is another thing that we need to get set up soon. And see, this one's doing that same thing that this one was doing. Because we're out of sulfuric acid, it's actually trying to run. So we're going to have to set this one up with a automatic switch, just like we did that last one. And I don't think I have any... no. So let me go get one made and set that up. Because it seems like that automatic switch with the redstone switch is working nicely. Alright, so that, and then we need a tier 1, a tin cable, and a lever. I have another project set up in there and I don't want to clear it. That's why I am doing everything over here in the regular table. I need to make some more tables. I'm just waiting on that plate bender to get done so I can get that project complete. All right, so you get on there. Now you should not be able to run unless both of those machine switches tell you you can. But that's another thing that we need to get work on, is since we're running out of sulfuric acid because we don't have the sulfur dioxide, because we're using it all up, which we actually have. I'm guessing it's not turning it on. Okay, I'll save this for another day. We might have to look at how we redstone those. And yeah, I've been here for 40 minutes, so we'll just leave it there. I'm going to go ahead and let this run through what it has, so I'm not messing with it in the middle of running, and then I'll switch this over. I've already got the transformers on me. I just got to hook it up, and we'll probably look at the sulfuric acid, hydrochloric acid in the next one. So have a good one, guys.